What's going on, YouTube? I want to talk about what Yao Ming can do to try to increase his chances of finishing the whole season healthy and possibly be in a position where he can play multiple seasons without the whole idea of being hurt or getting hurt. Now, Yao Ming is 7'6", and he has a heavy frame at that. And when you get to 7'6", you're a physical abnormality, and for health reasons, you are now prone to get certain types of injuries, especially with the fact that he is an athlete. If you look at the injury that he got during the Lakers season, or during the Lakers series in the playoffs, he got a stress fracture. He didn't even know he was hurt. Like, I was watching the game and I was just like, yo, what happened? And that type of injury is one that you get when you're doing a lot of heavy pounding, right? And you're a heavy individual and you're doing a lot of heavy pounding, and that's what you're going to get. A simple injury like that, which is hard to fix simply because it's in your foot, you're walking on your foot, and it's just so much involved. And he will always be prone to those types of injuries because he's a solid dude and he's also a very tall man. So the combination is almost very dangerous in terms of the physical activity that one's doing in the NBA. Now, what he can do to try to combat this is he needs to drop anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds, in my opinion, and take some of the pressure off of his legs and his knees. That's what he can do. See, I have every reason to believe that if he played U.S. ball, just because of the nature of the game, and just, off of the sheer volume of games that these players played growing up, he probably would have been a little bit lighter on his feet. You even look at someone like Shaquille O'Neal. People forget Shaquille O'Neal looked like Dwight Howard when he first got into the NBA. Make no mistake about that. It's not till now that you see Shaq a whole lot heavier than what he is. Now, granted, no one's really been 7'6", but you look at a lot of centers and you look at their frame, they have to be relatively light for their size because of all the heavy pounding that they have to do. And Yao Ming has to get there. Don't get me wrong, he's in great shape. But he has to change his body. That's what I want to get at. He has to change the physical makeup of his body and really shed some of the pounds so, he can possibly go through a whole season with less pressure on his joints, on his knees, on his ankles, because those are the places that more than likely will give out on him during the season. So it isn't a lost cause, but I just really feel like something new has to happen. We all remember George Murison, and if you talk to any doctor, they'll tell you once you get to that height, it's dangerously tall, right? I don't think human beings were meant to be that tall. Our bodies aren't designed, to be that way. That's why he really is an abnormality. And special precautions need to, be taken with him. We can talk about 7-footers, but Yao Ming is 7'6", right? I've met people who've seen Shaq, and they've said Shaq is the biggest thing they've ever seen in their life. So just imagine seeing Yao Ming in person. He really is a freak of nature. So yeah, I think that's just something that he can do. Now, I'm sure, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what else can be done, but all I know is I felt like he'll finish the season, do well for you in the playoffs. If he lost anywhere from 30 to 50 pounds, I'm closer to 50. Just so he's more nimble, more athletic. Because you have to remember, this isn't even the early 90s where, there's a lot more teams playing half-court ball. Everybody wants to run up and down, so even Yao has to get up and down that court a whole lot more than centers did in the past. Because I'm sure if, we were playing the same speed that we're playing now in the early 90s, a lot of other big men would have had the same issue and the same problem. But, it's a new time. So, I don't know. I think it's something that, is worthy of talking about because I think it will make a difference in terms of his gameplay and his health. So you guys tell me how you feel. Take it easy. God bless.